RBT. Is that a person?
It's Super Bowl 54, but with every single player on both teams being each team's starting quarterback at every single position. Why, you may ask? Because we can, because of science. As today, my dudes, back with another Madden 20 experiment video. As today, yes, we are putting up the Super Bowl matchup in real life, but instead of the actual rosters, it's a team of Patrick Mahomes versus a team of Jimmy Garoppolo's. Patrick Mahomes and Jimmy G at each position on both sides of the football. Which team would win Super Bowl 54 in this scenario? So hopefully you guys do enjoy today's video, and if you do, make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if we can go for like 3,000 likes in the first hour. Let's see if we can actually make that happen. Make sure to subscribe if you are new and turn on the notification bell if you haven't. Why should you subscribe? Because if we do hit 500k subscribers by the end of February, I am going to be doing a $1,000 cash giveaway, only eligible to my subscribers, and that's if and only if we do hit 500k by the end of February. So make sure to take that millisecond that it does take to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Now, also in the comment section below, let me know two things. What is your Super Bowl prediction? And number two, who do you think is going to win in today's matchup? With that said, very simple, very quickly going to go over the two rosters. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes, 99 overall at the quarterback position. At running back, he's a 65. At fullback, he's a 47. At receiver, only a 25 overall. At tight end, he's a 33. On the offensive line, at every single position, he is simply a 12 overall. If you guys aren't familiar with these Madden experiments, for some reason in Madden, the lowest you can make a player in terms of their overall is 12. Even if every single attribute at every single rating was 0, it would still say 12. So basically, a 12 overall is as bad as you possibly can get in Madden. So that's how he is on the offensive line. And moving on to Patrick Mahomes on the defensive side of things. At right end, he's a 31. At left end, he's a 31. At D tackle, he's a 24 overall. And on the linebacker core, he's a 27 on the left side. He's 32 overall on the inside. On the right side, also a 27. In the secondary, he's a 33 overall. Free safety, he's a 43. Strong safety, he's a 42. At kicker, a 43. And at punter, a 44. And once again, the special teams unit in these videos, it's atrocious. All the kicks basically go backwards, so it's basically useless for them kicking and punting in today's video. But now, moving on to the full team of Jimmy Garoppolo's, obviously represented by the San Francisco 49ers. Jimmy G comes in at an 83 overall at the quarterback position. At running back, he's a 40. Fullback, he's a 48. Wide receiver, he's a 12. At tight end, he's a 21. On the offensive line, just like Patrick Mahomes, he's a 12 overall. At the left end position, he's a 22. Right end, he's a 22. At deep tackle, he's a 16. The linebacker core, he's a 20. And the inside, he's a 12. On the right side, he's a 20. At cornerback, he's a 25. At free safety, a 34. At strong safety, a 34. Kicker, a 41. And punter, a 41. So obviously, as you guys could probably tell, I think Patrick Mahomes does have the edge here. He is the favorite, but you never know, especially with it being Madden 20. So curious to see, sometimes the overalls are glitched. So San Francisco is going to technically be the home team here. For some reason, it says they're a 74 overall, which is obviously not the case because Jimmy G is only over a 76 overall at one position. So yeah, for some reason, the overalls are sometimes glitched. But Kansas City Chiefs, San Francisco 49ers in Super Bowl 54. Event type Super Bowl. We'll do 7-minute quarters. One last time, let me know your predictions for today's gameplay in the comment section below. And with that said, let's get into Super Bowl 54 with a little twist. Go ahead and dip your work boots in a bucket of urine, dudes, because this one is an absolute mess. But the team of Jimmy G starts with the football around midfield, 3rd down and inches, man. What can a team of Jimmy G's do in Super Bowl 54? Oh, man, if that doesn't go ahead and foreshadow what's going to happen in today's game, I don't know what will. And always in these games, one of the most fun parts to watch is the special teams. But to be fair, that's actually a quite, decent punt for Jimmy G there in comparison to how some of the punts have been in the prior videos. Most of the time, they go freaking backwards. So, considering that was like 20 yards, it was pretty good. But here's Patrick Mahomes doing what he does, scrambling for a first down already to midfield. Let's see if the team of Jimmy G's can stop Patrick Mahomes. I mean, freaking the Titans, no team in real life can stop Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. So what makes you think a team of Jimmy G's on defense can stop him? Well, what do you know? Jimmy G picks off Patrick Mahomes. And what a start. What is this channel turned into? Science. scientific experiments, because cloning in real life isn't available to us. We don't have that resource just yet. So here on the RBT channel, you do see what would happen if we could clone some NFL athletes, as Jimmy G does pick up his first down of the ball game. Next play, 1st down and 10, around midfield, play action pass, Jimmy G with a dime down the field to himself. Another 1st down, Jimmy G getting to a little bit of rhythm here. But after a holding call, it's a 3rd down and 19, throw to the outside, batted down. And unfortunately for Mr. Jimmy, has to punt the football to Patrick Mahomes. And unfortunately for him, Patrick Mahomes is a pretty good football player. As with that, boom, splits the safeties, and just like that, poor Jimmy G goes down as Patrick Mahomes' clone does a disgusting nae-nae in the end zone as they do take a 6-0 lead. But once again, the most fun parts of these experiments, the special teams, as the point after was about 15 to 20 to 30 yards short. But Jimmy G's time to answer, dropping dimes out here. Another 1st down to the 40-yard line. It's already 5 of 7. I mean, in most of the videos, the quarterback doesn't complete 5 passes the entire game. He's already done it in 1 quarter. But no points to show for it just yet. But that's just yet, as he's already down to the 10-yard line, trying to tie things up. But now a 3rd down and 1 here from the 2-yard line. It looked like Patrick Mahomes went offside, but oh, poor Jimothy G. He's been called for a false start to make it now a 3rd down and 6. Quick drop back, a throw to himself, and oh, it's gonna be so freaking close. Got right back to where he was before the penalty, but it's gonna be a 4th down and inches, and oh my, poor freaking Kyle Shanahan, you moron, you god dang moron. Instead of actually going for the touchdown on 4th and inches, he kicks the field goal, and it's about 10 yards too shy, as Jimmy G just got shafted right there. As it's still a 6-0 ball game, run up the middle to Patrick Mahomes, and on top of the run, it's going to be a 15-yard personal foul, face mask against Jimmy G. So these penalties early on, completely going against Jimmy G, so a little unlucky for the Jimpster. But here's Patrick Mahomes, another 1st down. It looks like Patrick Mahomes, pretty freaking effective, as you would expect, on offense against a whole team with Jimmy G's on defense. Patrick Mahomes, a laser. That had to be like at least 115 miles per hour. Like a young Randy Johnson out here. That's now a 2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line. Plenty of time in that pocket. Patrick Mahomes, a dime. Oh, I'm telling you, poor Jimmy G, man. It was going to be a 3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line. It's going to be unnecessary roughness against Jimmy G. They give him a 1st down and goal from the 1. Of course, he's going to pound it in, as now it is a 2-touchdown game as they continue to attempt the extra points and continue to be about 30 yards too shy. Just waiting on one of these defenders to bring it back to get 2 points themselves. But the game remains 12-0. Jimmy G's got to get something going here before the first half is over. Get some type of confidence going in to halftime. A little dime over the middle of the field as we do hit the 2-minute warning. I mean, he's moved the ball, just not able to finish any of the drives just yet in this ball game. Next play, 1st down and 10, a little slant here to himself. 1st down around the 40-yard line, at the 38 to be exact. So he's moving the ball, but can he actually get it into the end zone here? Minute 30 left to go, another dart. That was like a young Roger Clemens out here, down to the 15-yard line, 15 yards away from making this a 1-touchdown game going into half. Another laser. Now he's down at the 1-yard line, but he's been here before. Can he punch this one in? And yes, he does. Jimmy G finally strikes as they do get into the end zone, making a 12-6 ball game. And you guys, I mean, I'm sure you can guess what happens here. Another extra point attempt that is about 30 yards too shy, and Patrick Mahomes doesn't bring it back. And let's see, Patrick Mahomes does have a little bit of time here before half after the awful, kickoff. Pretty good field position. As you saw earlier, he can score extremely quick. He has 2 timeouts with 35 seconds remaining. Oh, what a pass, dude. And why does it seem like every single receiver that catches the ball, although on both sides it's Patrick Mahomes and Jimmy G, every reception comes from number 13. Number 13 might be unlucky, what you think in real life, but in this gameplay, it's the number for the gods here. As another touchdown, Patrick Mahomes, he scored in like 40 seconds. Poor Jimmy G. It's now an 18-6 ball game into the second half. Patrick Mahomes take a freaking bow. Shades of the AFC Championship game there. Like, what even was that? Poor Jimmy G, man. Jimmy G's played really good, but he just has no answer for Patrick Mahomes. As with that, it is now a 24-6 ball game as Jimmy G has got to get something going extremely quick, or this is going to be an absolute blowout. Once again, he continues to move the ball down the field pretty effectively on every single drive. He's with 3 incompletions and 221 yards, but only 6 points to show for it, and that's why right there. Just bad break after bad break. Interception thrown there, as they easily could have 20 points themselves. Now, into the 4th quarter, Jimmy's got to get something going, or there's just no chance. Another completion, but that, like I said, has not been the problem. It's just been finishing drives and actually getting points on each and every drive. 3rd down and 4 here, 5 minutes remaining. Take some sort of miracle here for Jimmy G to come back in this one. That was the worst acceleration I've ever seen from a receiver, I think, in my entire life. But 4th down and 3, this could be the final attempt for Jimmy G. And oh man, threw the ball, hit the back of Patrick Mahomes' helmet. As my dudes, Patrick Mahomes, moved the ball down the field. 1st down after 1st down, the 49ers stopped calling timeouts, or didn't call one timeout, as they do concede defeat. And what we probably all guessed going into today's video, yes, Patrick Mahomes wins Super Bowl 54, the battle of the clones, the battle of the quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes gets it done in pretty dominant fashion, 24-6. Poor Jimmy. Poor freaking Jim.